So far we've talked about how to maintain the guard using hip escapes. And if you remember when we started, I talked about there's kind of two main movements that I'd like to talk about. The other one is inverting. We're going to do a very basic solo drill first, just to look at what I mean by inverting. I'm just going to imagine somebody grabbed my ankles and threw them to the side. Okay? So this is not good. Someone could come around behind me. And this is almost accepting that they're going to pass. Be on the side of my knee, side of my body. This won't work. What I really want to do is I want to get up. And I kind of want my butt in the air. And you notice I have a support knee now. So this is half of it. I came over to my toes and my hips are off the ground. That's good. But I don't really have a support knee, so it's going to be very squishable. Right? Open up my knee so that I have a support. 3 points of base on the ground. My shoulder. My knee on a posted knee. Not the side of my knee. This is weak. And on my toes. Toes, knee, shoulder. My feet go over here. And I just pop up to this position. It's kind of a position we get into when we do a back roll for a moment, or when we do a front roll. So it's in those motions, built into those. But it's this here. So now we're going to do it with a partner. And you're going to find that the momentum of the throw actually helps me get up into this position. So when he throws my legs, it's actually easier to roll over to my side. I don't have to use my abs as much. He created the momentum. One thing I'll say is, the way I want to land is when he throws me, I want to have my butt as high as possible. So it's definitely possible to be on my knee, toes, and shoulder, but not have a very high butt. And it helps to bring your knee to your elbow. It just makes my butt higher. And I do that by sucking this toward this elbow. And you're going to find that that helps our next move. He throws me this way. I come up. Yeah. And I'm just going to throw the toes leg in a big circle. Now, one thing that helps is something that Matt actually knew to do here, which is after he throws my legs, he's going to step toward me. So that when I do this, you see how I made a connection here? Boop first. And then my big circle is going to loop around and he'll be back in sort of a guard. So one more time. It helps when you're the bad guy to not only throw the legs, but step forward one step. I'm going to go here, and then it gives my first heel something to hook onto it. Which heel? The heel that I was on my knee. This is the first one that'll make contact, because this one's going to draw a big circle. Contact, contact. So last time. Let's do the same thing starting from down here. It's easy to feel more crowded sooner because we're at a lower altitude, he is. And we're just going to do really the same movement. He's going to grab my ankles. He's going to throw them to the side. And he's going to come, close to me here. And somebody realistically could even try getting on you, and I'll still be able to kick through all of that, through that person's weight. So he throws my feet, and I'm here. No problem, I'm still able to do this. A hard one, if he gives me a hard one and puts some weight on my butt when it's here, still able to do it, even though I'm more crowded. And then I want to say one thing about this, which is when he throws my legs to the side, can I do it without going to the position I talked about? Yes. But this, if you do that one more time, this is ain't. I ain't getting past. And this one more time. This is am not. I am not getting past. So I can do a little abbreviated one, but it's dirtier, a little messier, and maybe less likely to work, to be acceptable. So this is always going to be good because we know I can bear weight here. He can put all his weight on me, and we can hang out here. So go ahead. He puts weight on me. Yeah, and he's trying to pass, but whenever I want, I'll just kick through, and I'll be fine. So I almost have mule kick power here, sort of with my butt. So I can bump him off and wrap my leg back around. So will you do sloppy ones ever when you're in the guard? Will you do little ain'ts, like little sloppy contracted ones? Yes. But the one you really want is the one that can bear weight, and you could do it almost slow motion. And that's when you get your knee really up to your elbow and flared out so you have good base. And you can pin him to the side. Yeah. Okay. Now, with a grip on here and everything, it's going to be hard to sit up. Like if I get late stage here and he's kind of passing, you pin that, you put some weight on, you walk behind me, and it's over for me. Yeah. Good. Okay. So instead, I'd like to use that at Granby. He grabs the material. He pins my legs to the side. I can pop up, and he has this nice stiff arm. He's using a stiff arm. I told him to put weight on, and he's doing good jiu-jitsu. Stiff arm, straight arm, yeah. Now, there's no way that I'm gonna bring my leg through his straight arm. He's gonna be strong enough that I can't do that. But what I can do is draw a nice big circle. So I took his straight arm. There's no hope of me bending it. And I just drew a big, I made it move in its, what is that, radius? He grabs, he pins. I go to my position, and now he has this pin. He can put all his weight on if he wants. But when I go in a circle, I just go in a circle at his arms extent. One last time, you guys got him. He's gonna pin. I'm gonna pop up to this position, and I can draw a circle around, even though he had good structural, this was a good jiu-jitsu move actually. He had good structural control on my leg. I just moved at the extent of his arm. The next drill we're gonna do is another simple, basic inverting drill. I'm just gonna hold on to his Achilles here. I'm gonna rock up and cross my feet, make contact with his hips, and just spin to face him. Nice. And then he can walk around me real quick, and I'll get his feet again. And then, boom. So don't start right under your person. Okay. Give yourself, perfect. Give yourself a little space, and you can cross one way, and you can cross the other way, which will mean you'll have to spin the other way. But it's just a nice spinning inversion type drill. We're going to do this in closer quarters, like we worked our way to closer quarters in the last move. So let's start here. So just as a quick review, because I want to relate the next thing to it, we talked about if he gets past and my knee is in, and I'm framing, and I throw this leg over for a scissor guard, and I put myself back in. And we did, if you stand up for a sec, and we did this exercise here, where I roll back, and I put my feet on either side, and I rotate to face him. You might see the similarity between them, and the similarity becomes even clearer if he not only passes my guard, but goes even a little past beside me. So let's say on your knees, and somehow he's coming past, and he gets all the way back here. That's when I'm gonna, even though he's not standing, which is what we had before, I'm putting in a better context, a more realistic context. So this is a chance for us to invert and use the scissor at more than sort of 90 degrees. It's not just that I'm bringing my leg over here. It's that he's further around me, and I have to scissor my legs and turn myself around. There's a chance for us to practice the spinning inversion at the lower altitude that somebody frequently will be when they're passing our guard.